Hi everybody, welcome back to PlumFiggy. This is Tammy. Alright, so this one's done. Yay! This was a fun one to do. Sorry for the glare. There you go. Okay, so if you have not seen any of the prep videos for this journal, I'll quickly give you a run through. Found this book at the Goodwill last year, and it's the 2021 Christmas with Southern Living Inspired Ideas for Holiday Cooking and Decorating. So I took the decorating pages out, and what's left is basically the cookbook part. So this is essentially a cookbook slash recipe junk journal. And so I've kept all the recipes that were in the original book. I've added a bunch of tuck spots. I've added extra pages. I've added tea-dyed note cards and papers where you could put your own recipes in here, and you can actually even write on the pages too. I know whenever I have a recipe that I try, I usually add notes for myself to it. So another special thing. Oh, I'll just go show you the back. So here's the back of the book. I kept the book cover for this, covered up the barcode. So this is not a pocket, it's glued on. And then obviously we don't have a spine for this book anymore, and as you can see, I did a tab bound journal here, or piano hinge. I'm learning is also what this is called. So it does expand this way, and that's okay. It's very secure. It's just a little bit floppy. Just, I guess, FYI. And another thing I found yesterday when I had finished, because this is the first time I've done a journal with this binding method using this many pages. I honestly wasn't sure if it was going to happen. I'm happy to say that it did. But one thing to note is it does pull just a little bit when you don't have something kind of supporting. Let's say you're working on the first few pages, you'll probably want to have another book or something kind of supporting the cover, and same with the end of it. Otherwise, so I covered the bare spot there with some Christmas paper that I had that I distressed, and then I wrapped that around, and it looks like it pulled a little bit there. Wrap that around and turn that into a pocket. So tucked into that on the front and the back, I've got some of the extra scrapbooking paper that was left over. Another one of these. Actually, I'm gonna pull another one of these out. We'll put another one in the back for you to use in the journal if you wish. If you wanted to make more pockets, honestly, I don't know how much room there is left to make for pockets, but you'll find a bunch of tuck spots. I did not fill every single one of them with a piece of paper because I figured you're going to have your own recipe cards, whether you have hand-me-down ones or ones that you want to start fresh, and maybe add those in here. But throughout, you're going to see, I'll just show you. So there's tea-dyed papers that are kind of the perfect size for adding your own recipes. This page, I did a collage of scratch paper. You can write on this. You could add another recipe here. You could do this page as your intro page maybe. Actually, this might be a good place to add another recipe if you wanted to. I didn't know. I thought maybe another piece of paper in here might be a good way to say like 2023 Christmas. I don't know. However, whoever ends up with this one wants to use this page, go for it and have fun. I didn't have any of this size note cards. I have the larger ones in here because you can fit more on them, but I'll go ahead and use this if I need to show you pockets and stuff. I used papers from, pull this out, this DCWV paper stack. I used it all up. It's the Farmhouse Christmas. I didn't use every single one though. I did not use this one, and I did not use this one. But I used a lot of the rest of it. I used some of the stickers that were included. There's a few of them you can see I've used. And then it had two cut apart sheets that I used the cut aparts from, which you can see here, to turn into pockets and things. So without further ado, let's get going. So here is basically your intro, I suppose, to the cookbook part. You've got a tuck spot up here and another pocket down here with another one of those tea-dyed papers for you to write a recipe on. And so pages like this I left as they were. I figured this is a really good way to intro you into the fact that this is a cookbook. I also kept all these pages are in the same order as they were in the original book. I didn't change that order, but obviously not every page is going to be in here because they had some pages for decorating in between these cooking sections. But all the recipes that are in here should match up to the pictures, or sometimes, you know, they're a page or two behind the picture from the recipe. But I didn't cover up any of the recipes. I just added pockets and things to those pages if there was some extra room. And so as you can see, here's the size note card that is included throughout, so you can write your own recipes on those. And you know, you could fill this with multiple recipe cards depending on how many you have. So this one I turned into a belly band here, just did some decorating. And then there's pages like this where is a complete tea-dyed page. Figured you can write your own recipes however you wanted to. You could journal, you could do whatever you want to do. Add your own photos maybe to from what you've made, things like that. A little tuck spot here. So a full page of recipes. This here is one large pocket all the way up and down. This one's a side pocket. Really, I probably should have included this one there. But this one this brown paper is kind of getting in the way behind there. So this one worked a little easier. This was an extra piece from the scrapbook pad. So I thought, you know, I don't know if you wanted to add another pocket maybe or something, that's there. And then you could use this for another recipe if you wanted to add another recipe. And then the back side of that, I've added, these are paper doilies that you would sometimes find on a place setting. You'd put your dinner plate there maybe. So I've included those throughout the journal in this way as pockets. So it's a big pocket. You can put whatever else you wanted to behind there. I didn't put anything into those pockets, but I left them free for you to add as you wish. So another tuck spot here. Little stickers and things throughout. They're kind of Christmas or holiday themed. Tried to keep them in line with a recipe book, so Baking Spirits Bright. You're going to find a lot of just generic holiday things. And then there's some labels like this throughout as well. I didn't know, maybe you wanted to put a date there, or kind of maybe what the recipe is about, whatever you want to do. But there's that. And then I also turn these into sometimes pages, so you can write another recipe on both sides of that one as well. Okay, oh, I didn't put anything in that one, but that is a tuck spot there. Another big pocket on this page. And this one is glued down. You could add a label here. You got another big, huge pocket on this page. Little tuck spot up here for some more recipes. I don't know, let's see, so nothing extra on that. I did use Tim Holtz washi, that's fabric washi, and I also glued it, so this is really secure. I didn't sew this, but I don't really think you're going to need it to be sewed at all. It's very secure. This one was another extra piece. You could actually use that for a recipe card, I suppose, or, you know, create another pocket somewhere in the journal, maybe up here. I don't know, whatever you want to do. Cut it down, do something fun with it. But 2 pockets here. So this one's a little bit bigger. This one's a little bit more shallow. If you had recipe cards this size, that would be perfect for that. And then another one, I've got a belly band, and then I did put some in here. So another big pocket here. This doesn't even go all the way down. Same with this. This one only went down to about there. So you can fit a lot in these pockets here. Okay, so I do want to call out that because of the way that this is bound, it does kind of pull in certain places. That doesn't bother me, but if it's something that you think might bother you, just know that. It's not perfect, you know, it's a junk journal. So I guess keep that in mind as you maybe are contemplating if you want this or not. I think it's gorgeous. I think, who cares if it kind of pulls and tugs just a little bit. I've included some pages like this that are like tea-dyed graph paper, and then there's also some that are lined paper, and they're longer and skinnier. Also really good for recipes. So there's those as well throughout the journal. So here's an example of a lined one. And then that's just tucked up into there. I just think it's a really useful journal, you know. Or if you didn't want to use this as a recipe and maybe you had some extra notes on this pomegranate bourbon smash and you needed more room, I suppose you could write it in a white gel pen up here, or you could use this card, or you could add another card or another piece of paper in here and just tuck it up in there, or if there's enough room right there. You know, you always see cookbooks where people are writing in the margins and whatnot. So 2 tuck spots here. Here's another bigger one with a lot of extra room. Food porn. It looks really good, guys. I'm not gonna lie. This one made me hungry when I was working on this journal, for sure. I feel like there's probably going to be more recipe journals like this in my future. I don't know if they're all going to be Christmas or maybe just generic, but I definitely feel like I'm going to be making more journals like this. So here's a page where I didn't add a pocket at the bottom. I figured, you know, if you wanted to do that yourself, you could. Another big pocket over here, and then these 2 are also pockets, so you can put some more recipes on that side. And again, you know, if you wanted to paste down a recipe, like 2 of them there, maybe you could even do that too. Sky's the limit. I didn't do anything on this because it's just gorgeous. This was a page from the scrapbook paper pad, but you could write on here if you wanted to. Another one there. I want to get a screenshot of this one. let's just take a screenshot because, you know, beef stroganoff, that's pretty good. So, and then of course on all the pockets I did just a little bit of collaging here and there. I used ephemera from different places, Recollections, so Michael's, some from Joann's, some that I've had, obviously the sticker sheet from the scrapbook paper pad, all that good. Oh, that looks really good. Huh, I would switch the kale with, I don't know, lettuce, spinach. So you got some more pockets here. Well, a tuck spot there and a pocket here. Another label there if you wanted to label what your recipe was or what year you did it, or I don't know, something, whatever you want to do. Or you could just leave it empty. Or you could just say hi and a smiley face. That would be fun too. But another big page full of room for you to write on. This was just another extra from the scrapbook page, so I just put that in there. And then you've got another bit of writing space there for another recipe if you want. So all of these, not all of them, most of them I did sewing around, but I did not sew them to the page because I didn't want all the sewing to show on the other side of the page. So I sewed them and then I did glue them down just as an FYI, if that matters to you at all. I didn't add a pocket on this page because I felt like it was kind of perfect for writing space, so I did leave that one alone. But then on the back side, you've got this other big pocket here, another pocket down here, and a tuck spot here. I'm going to be making some chili this week too. I don't know if I'll use that recipe, but I just kind of make mine up as I go. Yeah, and you still got lots of room on some of these pages to write things down on, but here you can kind of see it's kind of pulling and gathering in places. So we're kind of at that point now where you might want to, if you're going to write in here, you definitely can, but you might want to prop it up with another book or something to kind of help keep that from happening. So see, as I pick it up and make it even, it doesn't do that anymore. So that's just part of the tab bound binding, I guess. It's just one of the things. It's a quirk. So another tuck spot there. I did count. This does have 70 pages. So I guess that would be 140 pages front and back. So lots and lots of room for, you know, extra things, photos of your food if you want, all that good stuff. So I had a really good time putting this together. It really was a fun one to do, and it's always fun when you can use up a bunch of your ephemera and stickers and things. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really good at buying it. I'm not always so good at using it. And it's extra special when it comes out so pretty at the end. So I love it. I love it so much. So there's another tuck spot there. You got another big page there. Here's another big pocket here. I turned this into a belly band. So, and then you got another tuck spot down here for another spot for recipes. And another big page there. Okay, I'm going to have to hold this up probably. Here we got another tuck spot. And another one there. Another big page that's been tea dyed. Gosh. Can we just have that for dinner? Like, that's fine just to have for dinner, right? So I think I need to hurry. My boyfriend's gonna be home from work soon, and chaos ensues when there's that happening because the puppy dog gets all excited. But okay, so this was the very last page of the book, or the page that I was going to include, really. One of the last pages. And so it was thanking all the contributors who contributed to the book as far as imagery and recipes and whatnot. So again, I just covered all that with paper collage. So you could have a recipe here, you could have a recipe there, you could have a really short one there, a little bit of something there, and then at the very bottom there's just this other tuck spot pocket, and then of course you got another big one here. And actually, you know, you could write a recipe on these too. That's another thing I thought about. I didn't want to design these either, because I thought, well, if you're really needing space, you could use that for even more writing if you wanted. And then this last page, well, this almost last page, there's a big belly band here, so you could tuck something in there. And then here is the last page. There's one more of those. And so at the end you can see there's another big pocket on the back cover, and then I've got some more of the extra pieces that were left over from the scrapbook paper. So there we have it, guys. I really like this journal. I hope you do too. I'll have this available in my Etsy shop if you're interested, and I'll have a link down below in the description to my Etsy shop, or you could just go to Etsy and search for PlumFiggy and you'll find me that way too. So, alright guys, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!